Whoa, hey guys, what's up? How are you doing? It is prime time and it is grind time. And you know what that means? That means that you get a number sorry, I'm trying to get some stuff off my screen there. You get some more prime time grind time this week because I'm doing a continuation of what I was talking about earlier this week. Now, if you were following me earlier this week, you noticed that I posted a primetime grind time, and I talked about getting rid of the I can't in your vocabulary, right? In order to be successful, you've got to be able to basically get rid of I can't in your vocabulary, right? So if we do that, then it's going to help us set ourselves up to be more successful, right? So instead of saying I can't, you're going to say I'm going to try or I'm going to give it a shot, but I'm not going to say I can't or I won't, because that's basically what you're saying. If you say I can't do it, you're basically saying I won't do it, right? So get rid of that in your vocabulary. The next thing I want to talk to you about, and I'm going to continue to go on with this stuff here in the next couple of primetime grind times because I think it's important, and I got a lot of good feedback from it as I was in New Orleans giving this talk. And so I'm breaking down basically the 30-minute talk that I gave there for you guys so that you could be encouraged by it as well. So basically, number one, get rid of I can't mentality, I can't in your vocabulary, right? And this is all pertaining to how do I grow and become more confident to be successful in my business, whatever that may be. For me, it's real estate. For you, it might be something else, but it all applies to all of us no matter what we're doing. So what I'm talking about today is going past the I can't, and it's something as simple as Nike. Just do it, right? We all know the slogan with Nike, just do it. But a lot of us, right? A lot of us will get into this situation where we don't just do it. We watch other people do it, and then we hope that the same outcome is going to be the same for us, if we're all going to be honest, right? I know that was me. A lot of times I would see somebody doing something, I'm like, oh, I can do that. I can do that. And I'd write it down, and then I'd put it away, and I'd totally forget about it, and I wouldn't do it. That didn't help me become successful until I started putting stuff into motion and putting in effort to become successful. So let me give you an example. I was actually talking with my boy Levi Walker. That's a shout out to you, Levi. And we were talking one day over coffee, and he was sharing this story with me about Kobe Bryant, and he had read this article. And it was this guy that came into the gym. He was playing for the opposing team. Kobe was already there shooting in the gym prior to the game. And this is hours before the game was even taking place. And so he gets in there. He starts shooting around. He starts noticing that Kobe Bryant notices him. And now they're trying to, amp up their game a little bit, amp up their warm up. They're out there shooting. They're out there doing more stuff. And eventually, this guy shares in this article that he was like, dude, I got to save some energy for the game. I've got to put it up for a little bit. And so he goes back into the locker room, does his own thing, whatever, while Kobe still gets after it. Now, again, this is Kobe Bryant when he is not in his prime. This is towards the end of his career. But if you've noticed something with Kobe Bryant, he's going to go down as one of the greats to ever play the game of basketball. And a reason for that, I believe, Kobe put in the time. Kobe put in the time, and not only the time, but the effort. First one to show up at the gym, last one to leave. He was a leader. He poured in and mentored other people on the team, and he led by example. And this is one of those where he leads by example. He puts in the effort, right? And what he does is this guy ends up sharing at the end of the article, Kobe actually went off in the game and scored like over 30 points, maybe 40 points, whatever it was. Basically outperformed everyone. And this, again, is towards the end of his career. And he goes up to Kobe after the game and he says, Kobe, what was it that you were able to do all this stuff? And it was a simple answer somewhere along the lines of, I won't ever let anybody outwork me. Now, think about that statement for a minute. I won't let anyone outwork me. Is that you? Are you willing to put in the effort, the time to do that? See, a lot of us, I think, we get a lot of great ideas. We see a lot of people do some other things, and we're like, yeah, that guy's successful or she's successful, and but she's successful because she does X, Y, and Z, and I just don't have the time for that, or I don't want to do that. When really, we all can do it and we all can put in the time, but the problem is a lot of us just have that mentality of, I don't want to do it and I won't do it. But good luck to that other person, right? And then you want to make as much money, or you want to be as successful as this other person, or you want to basically get to the same place that this other person is at without putting in the work or the time, right? Well, we can't do that, right? We got to put in the work. We got to put in the effort. Now, I get it. I'm a family man. I've got 3 kids. I've got a wife. So yes, there are times where I need to balance my work and my family time with them. My family always comes first. They always will. My job will never overcome that. If it does, my wife will let me know, and I will make the adjustment, because she holds me accountable to that. I want to be held accountable to that, and I want my friends and family to hold me accountable to that, because no one's going to be laying on their deathbed someday and say, man, I really wish I would have made a lot more money. I wish I would have spent more time at the office. I wish I would have, done all these other things so that I could have been more successful in my business, right? No one's going to say that. They're going to say, I wish I had more time with my family. I wish I had more time to spend with those that I love. And they would give all the money up and all the success to spend that time with them. So hear me on this. That's not what I'm saying, is to just go out and grind and basically ignore everybody else, because I don't think that's successful either. But what I am going to say is, if you want to be successful and you want to be someone that gets ahead of the competition, and you want to be someone that's going to be someone that everybody looks up to and chases after, you got to be willing to put in the time, and you got to be willing to do it differently, and you got to be getting creative, and you got to be doing things that other people aren't doing. And sometimes that's really hard, especially when other people start doing what you're doing. You've got to find other ways to get creative and do it better than everyone else. So my point is this. My point is, you've got to remove the I can't from your vocabulary, right? You've also got to become more effective in what you do. And maybe that's being a better time manager in your schedule. Maybe it's putting in a little bit more time at night. I mean, shoot, right now it's 8:30, and I texted my wife earlier today, and I said, I've got a lot of stuff that I need to get done. Do you mind if I stay later tonight to get this stuff done? So I still got another probably 2.5 hours of work to do. But I'm willing to put in the time. I'm willing to grind. I'm willing to do it. And sometimes you have to do that. Other times I'll be like, I'm going to the zoo with my kids, and it's Friday afternoon, and I don't care, because I need to do that. My kids need me. So hear me again. My point is this. You got to be willing to put forth the effort. My biggest pet peeve, especially in my industry right now, when I talk to other realtors and when I go speak, and I have people come up to me and they're like, man, Ryan, I wish I could do video like you. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You can. And they're like, well, what do you mean? I go, well, it's pretty simple. You have Facebook, right? Yeah. You have Instagram, right? Yeah. You have YouTube, right? You have just as many tools that I do, but all you have to do is hit the button and it says live, and you go live and you create a video, or you go out and you make a YouTube video and you upload it. It does take time, and sometimes it takes a little bit of effort, right? But other times, you just got to be willing to work a little bit more than the other person. So, Nike, just do it. That's the second thing in becoming successful and actually building confidence, because that's what we're eventually working towards and talking about, is how do you build more confidence in your life and in your business and in those things. First, you remove the I can't, right? Because once you remove I can't and you go to I can, then you actually start building more confidence as you try and try and try and try, and you might fail numerous times, but then you get really good at it. The second thing is Nike, you just do it, right? So you need to get out there and you need to just do it. I tell people that all the time. Just do it. It's not that hard. In my industry, for me, it was a lot of times door knocking, and it was cold calling, and it was doing video when I first got started. Like, I just needed to do it. And that, my friends, is what you need to do. So build that confidence. That's how you're going to do it, is just do it. So part 2 of building confidence in yourself and in your business is to just do it. So with that being said, this is prime time and it's grind time, and that is 2 this week. You got 2 this week. I might even bring another one tomorrow. Who knows? But I just wanted to get that out there for you guys to challenge you, to encourage you, and to go from there. So with that being said, have a good night, everyone. I got to get back to work. And if you guys have any comments or questions, let's get after it, because I would love to interact with you moving forward. Talk to you soon. Have a great one, guys. Bye.